position to bring awareness to veteran suicide and serve the moms and children of veterans' families left behind. But in all honesty, I wish my membership could be revoked. On November 1st, 2022, my life was changed forever. I lost my son, Sergeant Cody W. Donahue, to veteran suicide. The day I found my son's lifeless body is forever ingrained in my memory, and forever from that day forth, I felt as if I needed to do whatever was necessary to preserve his memory for the sake of his 2 sons left behind and for his siblings. In the days and months to come, as a mother, I was left to pick up the pieces and try to be there for my 3 other children, my grandchildren who lost an uncle, Cody's son Buddy, and for the arrival of the next son who would come in March of 2023. I was left to box up my son's house and be in charge of an estate. I went through an array of emotions. I was angry, hurt, confused, grieving, and had a hole in my heart which I knew could never be filled. It is difficult for anyone to understand what you're going through until you've actually buried a child. My family was supportive, but for as much as I would allow them to be there, I never felt as if they understood my perspective of losing Cody. In December 2022, I was in a dark place. I was literally just trying to make it through the holidays for the sake of my grandchildren that year. One day I was on Facebook and another group recommended mothers of veterans suicide. I went to the Facebook page, answered the questions, and within 24 hours, Michelle Ladd, CEO and founder, called me. She listened to me for 2 hours on the phone, and I got to talk about my son, Cody. I tried other grief counseling, but it literally was a train wreck. I felt as if all they wanted to do was to give me medication to keep me numb. I was already numb. I just wanted to feel validated in my feelings and know I was not crazy, and Mothers of Veterans Suicide saved me and gave me this. So I'm forever grateful for Michelle Ladd and being able to find this group. For the first time since my son's passing, I could actually feel this black cloud which had been over me started to be lifted. I could actually breathe for once. I could actually talk about my son Cody without being interrupted, ignored, or feeling like an inconvenience. Mothers of Veterans Suicide is a faith-based group, and we offer 3 months of counseling to moms and children left behind because of veteran suicide. We offer 3-day healing retreats to moms where the moms come, we bond with each other, we do one-on-ones, we do various activities at no cost to any of the mothers. Food and lodging is included. The one thing is the mom has to just get there and we do the rest. We have moms who are now grandmothers raising grandchildren from veterans that were left behind. We will help them with school supplies, clothes, birthdays, and Christmas gifts. We offer the Operation Stay, which is a mission-driven suicide prevention training provided by Mothers of Veterans Suicide, dedicated to saving lives, compassionate education, awareness, and action. We equip communities with tools to recognize the signs of struggle, respond with empathy, and create a culture of connection and support, especially for veterans, service members, and their families. We offer online support to the moms to have a safe place to go and share with other moms. We also have moms in the group who are willing to take phone calls from other moms if they need to yell, vent, cry, or just because they're having a bad day. Mothers of Veterans Suicide is more than just a Facebook group or a clique. We are all moms who have lost a child who struggled with PTSD, everyday life, and how to fit back into society after years of military life. We are now moms learning to live without a child who died by veteran suicide, and we want to bring awareness and end the stigma so another mom doesn't have to live with a hole in their heart and a child does not have to grow up without a parent. Thank you.
Well, where are you going? Aren't you the MC?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Alicia's coming next.
Don't leave me up here by myself.
I thought Alicia knew.
afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here today. I'm deeply honored to stand before you. I have with me two of my amazing kids, my daughter Savannah and my son Colton. I traveled from Oregon to share my son's story with you. And I pray that my words will not only honor my son's life, but will also shed the light on the devastating reality faced by so many military families across the country. My name is Alicia Delonoy, and I'm the proud mother of 5 children: Natasha, Savannah, Logan, Colton and Selah, and my son, Sergeant Logan Delonoy, United States Marine Corps, Forever 25. I'm also the president of Mothers of Veteran Suicide, an organization built from the broken pieces of loss, transformed into a mission of healing, hope, and action. Before I speak to you about the works of the Mothers of Veteran Suicide, I want to tell you about my son, because he is why I'm standing here today. Logan was one of the most dedicated, driven young men you could ever meet. His dream of becoming a Marine began early in life. As a boy, he talked consistently about service, discipline, honor, and he poured himself into building a life worthy of a dream. He attended a military academy in high school, where his hard work, determination, and perseverance carried him to the highest ranking cadet position in the academy's history. He earned the Iron Cadet Award not once, but 3 years in a row. An honor that symbolizes not only just his physical strength, but his mental endurance. He excelled academically as well, graduating as valedictorian of his class from Willamette Leadership Academy. Logan did not stop there. He represented Oregon's military children on the Youth Military Team panel, speaking for young people, those who had life are shaped by a parent that is currently serving. He was also a member of the DMLA, following in his family's footsteps as a Mason, learning the principles of service, honor, and community. Logan lived his life not just to achieve for himself, but to serve and uplift others around him. But more than his long list of accomplishments, Logan has a heart that matched his ambitions. He wore his emotions on his sleeve, and he was always the one to comfort others when they struggled. He had a way of making sure that no one felt left out, no one felt hopeless, and no one felt alone. He was not only a leader in title, but also compassion and empathy and in love for people. When he joined the Marine Corps, Logan carried that same spirit forward. He rose to positions of responsibility at boot camp, such as squad leader, scribe leader, and guidon bearer all at once. His determination to excel was unmatched. He pushed himself to extremes, joining the 1,000-pound club, surpassing that weight, become the youngest high-intensity tactical training instructor on the West Coast. Logan was drawn to causes larger than himself, particularly suicide prevention. He became involved with the Shepherdsmen, an organization dedicated to preventing military suicides, because he felt deeply for those who silently carried their battles inside. His excellence did not go unnoticed. He was honored twice with the invitation to join MARSOC, Marine Special Operations Command. After serving a tour in Bahrain and ended the 8 years of his service, Logan was preparing to take the next steps in his life with a bright future ahead of him. But on April 1st, 2024, the darkness took Logan from us. He is only 25 years old. There are no words that can capture the depth of the loss. Logan was full of life. He was handsome, driven, and caring. The kind of person who would have any room he entered. His absence is a void that cannot be filled. For me, for his siblings, and for his entire family, Logan's death was the beginning of a nightmare. Losing a child is a pain no parent should ever have to endure. And losing him in this way brought with it a storm of trauma that I can barely describe. The grief swept through our family like a tidal wave. Other children struggled tremendously with their own mental health, leading to multiple suicide attempts. You were in and out of emergency rooms, working with trauma therapists, and desperate to keep each other alive. The pain was unbearable, and I too reached the point to where I attempted myself. Suicide bereavement is one of the most dangerous forms of grief. Research shows that siblings are 3.8 times more likely to die by suicide after losing a brother or sister in this way. I lived through that reality, watching my children teeter on the edge of their own despair. The ripple effect of suicide cannot be overstated. It destroys families, isolates us from our community, and leaves us gasping for air in a storm that never seems to pass. My father, who is a disabled veteran, has been very supportive through this. In other ways, we were left to grieve in loneliness, abandoned, and in the very moment we needed love the most. And still, even now, there are days we catch ourselves waiting for Logan to walk through the door, even though we know he never will. I wish the nightmare ended there, but it did not. After Logan's passing, we endured indignities no family should ever have to face. His body was desecrated. His belongings were stolen or given away. We were left with little or nothing to hold on to. No treasured items, no comfort in the small things. To make matters worse, we were ridiculed and mocked by the members of his unit and his ex. One of those cruelest acts imaginable. A bloody swatch from the couch where Logan died was mailed out, as though it was some sort of trophy. These things compounded our pain and left scars even deeper than grief alone could bring. I was desperate for help, and like so many grieving parents, I turned to social media. I joined civil groups hoping for comfort, but instead, I was surrounded by anger, bitterness, negativity that only worsened my depression. Then I found Mothers of Veteran Suicide. I expected more of the same, but what I found instead was life-saving. From the moment Michelle Ladd, the founder, welcomed me into the group, I felt support. She called me personally, listened as I poured out Logan's story. She cried with me as though he were her own. She gave me the numbers of other mothers I could lean on, and she checked on me regularly. For the first time, I didn't feel alone. Months later, I attended one of the retreats funded by Mothers of Veteran Suicide. Walking into a home filled with grieving mothers was very intimidating, but I quickly was embraced. The retreat was designed to heal, not through lectures, but through experiences that opened our hearts again. We swam with dolphins, we created scrapbooks, messages in bottles for our children. We cried, we laughed, and we built bonds that continue to this day. Michelle met with us one-on-one, making sure we could speak our truths, and she provided free counseling for mothers, children, and siblings. The dedication and resources to assist grandmothers raising grandchildren. Retreat gave me a space to breathe, a space to heal, and a space to hope again. Over time, I stayed closely connected with Michelle and the other mothers. I joined another retreat, and once again, it was transformative. And at the end of the retreat, you were escorted in a Hopemobile to the American Legion, where we were met by lines of people greeting us with open arms. It was overwhelming. The love, the recognition, the support. For the first time since Logan's death, I felt like I belonged somewhere again. It was then I knew I wanted to dedicate my life to helping other families through this unbearable journey. Michelle later came to me and told me that my story, my strength, and my heart had touched her. She asked me to serve as the next president of Mothers of Veteran Suicide. I was humbled and honored to accept. Today I stand before you not only as Logan's mother, but as a leader of an organization devoted to ensuring that no family grieves alone. This is an organization I believe wholeheartedly in. Mothers of Veterans Suicide is more than a support group, it's a lifeline. It's an organization that provides retreats, counseling, and peer support. It is a place of healing, and it is building a national movement to prevent future suicides. We all have launched the STAY program, Support, Talk, Alert, You Matter. A suicide prevention initiative designed to teach communities how to recognize the signs of struggle and respond with compassion. We are working to establish a permanent healing home where retreats can be held year-round. The Hope Mobile continues to travel around the country, carrying the butterfly names of the fallen service members so they may fly free. And we are developing the Siblings of Military Suicide program because siblings too often feel invisible in their grief, but yet their pain runs just as deep. The numbers demand your attention. Veterans are 58% more likely to take their lives than civilians. The Department of Veteran Affairs reports 22 veterans suicides per day, but the real number is closer to 44. Those additional 22 are called self-inflicted mortality through overdoses and other methods which go unreported. Unfortunately, these numbers do not include active duty, reservists, and National Guard. Those are reported to 3 a day, which the numbers are drastically increasing. That brings the loss to 47 a day. This is more than double that is led to believe. So it is a national crisis hiding in plain sight. And it is compounded by the combat stigma, the idea that asking for help is a weakness. That stigma is deadly. I stand before you today with one request: that you see us, that you hear us, and that you act. We need the true numbers to be acknowledged. We need the resources directed towards organizations like Mothers of Veteran Suicide, which provides family-centered, peer-led, trauma-informed support. We need investments like suicide bereavement programs, especially for siblings and children who are at extreme risk. We need prevention training like the STAY program to be implemented nationwide. We need to normalize mental health care for service members and for veterans so that asking for help is no longer seen as a weakness. No mother should ever have to receive her child raped in a flight. No family should ever be left alone in their grief. No veteran should die by suicide because they are too afraid to ask for help or because the resources they needed were not there. I cannot bring my son back, but I can honor him by fighting to save others. And I will not stop until families like mine are no longer left shattered in the shadows of crisis. Thank you for your time, your attention, and I thank you for your commitment. God bless you, God bless America, and may God bless all those who have sacrificed. Now my son Colton will be speaking about the impact of loss of a sibling. Thank you.
Well, compared to y'all's speeches, mine was very short. I hope you are all doing okay today. Meeting you all here is an honor and a grand blessing, but in context, very dismal. In my short-lived life, I wasn't ever expected to be in the position I am now. I'm proud of myself, but I'm hollow. I'm standing here in relation to a tragedy that befell the one man on this earth who loved me when I believed I was too flawed to love myself, who protected me when I was harshly beaten with rocks by the boys at school, who taught me how to carry myself with dignity in all I do, the man who taught me to fully be my sincere self, without a doubt. My brother, his name was Logan Delannoy. I wouldn't be here without him in quite the nicest yet devastating way. Since that day, I've been left with a nasty wound that eats at my soul in my waking life and progressively my dream state. It's caused the functionality of my consciousness to spiral, leaving me in such despair. I wanted to become nothing, an empty husk waiting to meet him again on my own terms. But this wound, quite frankly, has become my reason to live. Looking at my existence from another angle, I realized something after much thought. He still seemed to follow me wherever I go. And the lyrics to the songs we used to sing, and the labels of the food we ate as children, even in the eyes of another person, when a tear drops, I'm reminded of the last moment I ever had with him. 2 brothers, drunk, crying in our mother's bathtub, chatter about our personal lives as if there was no tomorrow, not knowing there would eventually be no more tomorrow for him. Yet still he lives with me every day, even though he has no body. It's a rather beautiful connection I made with him. I take the final song he gave me before he died, and it's played on repeat all the time. And all that he has instilled in me is applied and amplified as I advance in this world. Sharing what he gave me and spreading the knowledge and love to the ones that need it. We all need it. We all need a sense of purpose in suffering. Even when you conquered it all, with a loss of any caliber, there is still hunger for questions. Nonetheless, what I learned in the least is that I feel safe by him. Though it's not in his arms anymore, I feel loved. My words may be short, but I want to get across that there are people who are 6 feet above, people here willing to help you with all the love in their heart. I'd like to think that I am one of those people. That's why I teamed up with Mothers of Veteran Suicide organization to expand the outreach inclusive to siblings that have suffered through military suicide. Broadening the branch with the young ones in mind, having healing retreats, community activities geared towards recovery, even trauma therapy for free for the youth. The organization wants to include Operation Stay, which entails suicide prevention training for young adults, reading the warning signs of suicide, connecting at-risk individuals with professional help, etc. I, among other people, want to facilitate in the aid of youth who have faced these hard challenges as well. And behind every number is a father, mother, son, daughter, friend, and hero whose absence leaves an irreplaceable gap. And we want to encourage everyone to help us save the lives of those who serve by breaking the stigma that prevents veterans and active members of the military from seeking help. They fought for us, now it's our turn to fight for them, and together, make sure no veteran story ends too soon. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Yes, it's me. I wrote a speech, but you guys said everything I was going to say. So I'm a mama to 2 veterans. I'm married to a veteran who is my rock and my partner, because without him, I just couldn't do what I do. And he lifts me up, because you can imagine 300 mothers and their families. And you hear that I try to call each new mother that joins our group. Now with 300, it's gotten to be a little more taxing. But everyone tells me I need to have self-care, And without my husband, I would just never stop working because I want to help more families. To those of you that are actively serving our military right now, and to those of you that are veterans that have served and you're struggling, I want you to know that I'm here. I'm going to give you my cell phone number. My mamas are here. We have so many mamas that will talk to active duty military and veterans. And my husband's always willing to talk to veterans. What I want to share is because you guys already shared all of the programs, and I think it sounds better coming from you, is that we need to do more for the families left behind of military and veteran suicide. As we've traveled the country, we've met mothers that have lost 3 children to suicide. On the RV, I have 2 families that have lost 3 children to suicide, and it's just got to stop. We've all got to work together. I did write Operation STAY, and STAY stands for Support, Talk, Action, and You Matter. It's a certification course. It's about complete. The link isn't quite working yet, but I created the whole thing myself, so it's I don't have like an IT person. You young people could probably help me with that. I want our heroes to know, being a mother of a combat veteran, Marine combat veteran, he deployed to Iraq twice. He's the reason I started doing what I do. And my younger son served in the Navy and also had some struggles. So it's the love of my boys that I want to save every young man and every young woman that's considering taking their own lives. We believe that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary situation. We always say tomorrow will be better, but we want you all to know that everybody on my team and in my organization and in our groups, we're here for you. Then we have the families that are left behind, and I can't imagine losing a child or a loved one. The tragedy, the devastation that I hear every day, all day long, I just want to save them all. But we're losing the mothers to suicide. We're losing the fathers to suicide. The children. We have 7 mothers raising 11 grandchildren. They were left behind. Their sons took their lives, and mother is unfit or is no longer with us. So we do school supplies, Christmas presents, and birthday presents for those mamas. We call them grandmothers raising grandchildren. I come up with a dream and a goal, and I tell my team, we're gonna do this. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do this. I came up with the idea of the healing home, and we'd like to purchase a home, hopefully in St. Mary's, Georgia, where Randy and I live, because I want to be able to manage it, but we're gonna be opening it to families that have just lost a active duty member. We live Kings Bay, Navy base, and every month we have a young man or woman taking their life there. We want the families to have a home to come to, because we just had one recently. The mother didn't know where to go, what to do, and we'd like to offer that home to the families for a short period. We'd like to have our retreats there for the mamas this year. I've got one more to do, and we will have done 5 this year. And luckily I have my help here coming from different states to come and help me with these retreats, but it'd be nice if we had our own home. Once we purchase that home, it will have to be furnished. I'd like to do a memory walk for the families. I'd like to have the bricks, and I'd like the moms to be able to come and put their input. And I'd like families from all over the country to know that they have a safe place. I'll pick them up, we'll take them to the beach, we'll take them out to eat. Mamas will get pedicures, and so that's our big initiative now. We want to save lives of our active duty and our veterans, and we want to save the lives of the families left behind. It's a devastating destruction. I have not lost a child So I keep telling them I can only imagine, but I can be there for them. And I hope after today, all of you see that we need to help the families left behind. Jay, Tommy, all of your team. Is Jay even here? I can't see very far. Oh, way back there. Jay, thank you so much, because we don't have a lot of communities that help us. And if you get anything out of this, I want you to know that you're helping us save more lives. You just don't understand the impact. So you and your team and everybody involved, I know Amy and everybody has come together. We'll come back. We might even have a retreat here. When we see communities that really care, we come to those communities. So please spread the word about mothers of veteran suicide. Please pray for these families. There's 44 plus a day. There's also 135 people are impacted by one loss. So take that into consideration. And if we can do anything for any of you, please reach out to me. My card's right on the table. Everyone take it. It goes right to my cell phone number. We travel a lot, so just text me or leave me a message. I'll get back to you if we can help you with any of your organizations. Please look for the families left behind and send them to us so that we can help them try to move forward and get some healing and hope and comfort. And I think that's all I have to say. God bless you all. Thank you all for being here today, and just thank you all for what you've put together today. We are amazed and proud and honored. So thank you.